We are back at Up North F4. Today we are joined with Chef Kris, who is from Tilly's. The Northwoods has a lot of talent out there, and we are joined by one of them, who is a chef who works at Tilly's. So thank you, Chef Kris, for joining us today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
All right, Chef, you have quite a culinary journey. How did you get your start with this?
I went to Le Cordon Bleu in Minneapolis, and then from there I did an internship at Walt Disney World.
Oh.
Then about 5 years ago I moved back into town, and then have been here since.
So here you are.
Yeah.
You work over at Tilly's. You are the chef at Tilly's.
Yes.
And you have a lot of great food there. Always get compliments about Tilly's, of course. And what are we making today?
Today we're doing pumpkin spice scones.
Okay, pumpkin spice scones on your breakfast menu, or
Yes.
breakfast and lunch.
You can get them all day if they're there. They kind of go pretty fast sometimes.
Fast. Okay. How do we get started with these?
All right, so first we've got our dry ingredients here. Got a little brown sugar, some flour, baking soda, baking powder, and then some spices. So you just whisk that all together.
It already smells good, doesn't it, Agnes?
It does, and it's perfect for the fall season as well.
Absolutely.
It's probably one of the most popular items you'd say that sells out at Tilly's.
Scones, yeah, go pretty quick. And then this is one that we exclusively make during the fall season.
Okay, so you're breaking up the lumps of brown sugar.
Yes.
And that looks pretty good. Perfect. And then this becomes something special.
All right, so what we're gonna do is take our cold butter that's been cubed.
Why cold, Chef?
Because you want it to cut into the flour instead of just like melting and kind of blending in there. So then when you're baking it, it allows it to be flaky.
Ah, gotcha.
So then we take our pastry blender and we're just gonna cut the butter into the dry ingredients.
Remember these? My grandma had one of these.
Yes, I do. It takes me back to the olden days.
And this does take a few minutes, right?
Yeah, okay.
Yes, put Agnes to work.
There we go.
Yes.
So we're looking for pea-sized.
Pea-sized, so very like small, tiny pieces.
All right.
Okay.
Let's talk Tilly's for a second. Of course, in Rhinelander, been in business for how long now?
5 years.
5 years. Does it feel like 5 years, or has it gone by quickly?
Gone by super quick, yeah.
Yeah, and of course, I always hear great things about Tilly's.
Really good there.
What would you say is your favorite thing to make on the menu?
Favorite thing to make? Probably the burgers.
Okay.
I just like flipping burgers. You know? We get some really good grass-fed beef from a local farmer named Ted. It's Meadow Farms. He actually supplies a lot of our meat. So he's a really good guy.
So you keep it local?
Absolutely. Yeah, we strive for local, organic, and sustainable as our main things.
All right, love that.
Yeah.
We're all about that stuff. All right, so now we have...
So this is our wet ingredients here. We've got some pumpkin, egg, cream, and then some blackstrap molasses and vanilla.
And how long would you say something like just making a pumpkin scone takes?
Probably about start to finish, probably 30 minutes, 45 minutes.
So pretty fast in the baking world, right?
Absolutely.
And this seems so simple, like a simple at-home recipe you can put together pretty quickly.
Yes.
I think the hardest part, time-wise, is kind of kneading in the butter, correct?
Absolutely, yeah. And then baking it takes about 20, 25 minutes.
All right, so wet ingredients go into the dry.
Yes, around the
Gosh,
top
it
there.
Smells. I wish we had smell-o-vision.
The pumpkin smell.
I'm in the smell of the fall spirit.
So one of the most important things about scones is you don't want to overwork them. So as you work a dough, you're creating the gluten and the gluten structures. So the less you work it, the less tough it's going to be. And, you just
and this will make how many scones?
This one is going to make 8 scones. So this is just a single recipe. 8 scones there.
And how would you know, like, to determine, like, if you're having like a party and people are coming over, like, how much would you have to prep to bake more scones?
So this is just a one-time batch. One-time batch will make you 8 scones. So just multiply it by however many people you need. So then we're going to flour our cutting board, put it right on top there. A little more flour. We take our cutter. Hardest part is getting them all even. Sometimes you get some different shapes, but it's all right.
All right, baking sheet. Enough to fit 9 scones. Now is this gonna rise a lot?
Yeah, so there's baking soda and baking powder in there, so they will puff up.
Okay. So we're
just brushing them with some heavy cream.
Okay.
And that's just gonna help it have a nice color on the top.
So lots of folks would put like a little bit of egg wash on top. You go heavy cream, how come?
Because we're going over with some glaze afterwards, so we're not really looking for a shine. The egg kind of gives it a nice shiny texture. This just makes it look nice and golden brown.
Okay.
Got it. Okay, and then these are gonna go in the oven for how long?
350 degrees for about 20, 25 minutes.
So normal baking temperature, keep an eye on them.
Absolutely.
We're gonna take a quick break. When we come back though, we're gonna show you what we created here today. We'll be right back after this.